Alright guys, it's awful windy out here. It's the next day after the rain and stuff went away. But if y'all can see all them little red pin flags there, or pink pin flags, that's all the baby trees that come off that big plum tree. Now, the reason that I want to transplant these youngins over along the fence of the garden is this tree by my granddad. He crossed this tree with a native East Texas plum, a wild plum, which is very hardy and like grows in, it don't matter, it can be no water or whatever, and it makes a little plum about the size of a nickel and sour as a pickle, and if you eat too much of them you get squirts. But he took one of them big old plums, like them size, that you get at the store, and he planted that, and he got it to come up, and this was over a bunch of years, and he did that and cross-pollinated or grafted or something. Anyway, this is the tree that came from his place. I got 6 of them. This is the only one that made it because I had a rogue billy goat, Diablo, if that tells you anything about his demeanor. Diablo ate all the other trees. There was one more tree that lasted pretty good while, but he eventually ringed that sucker and did it too. But for some reason he didn't mess with this. I don't know what the deal was with this one, but the good Lord's looking out for it, something. But anyway, this plum tree right here makes a plum that's I would say bigger than $50. It's a good size, man. And last 2 years we've had a hard time because we had a hailstorm that knocked all the blooms off of it before it went to, you know, making those small fruit when the flowers fall off. And so we didn't get any for 2 years. But the year before that, we got 25 5-gallon buckets full of plums. We made plum jelly. I still have bags of plum juice in the freezer right now from this, and it makes the best jelly. Put a little bit of cinnamon in it and it is the best jelly ever. We sold jelly. I just ate the last jar of jelly, so I'm hoping that the good Lord will bless me with a large quantity of these plums this year. But hey, I'm gonna show y'all how to take these things up. I really don't like transplanting them, you know, before the spring, but it's so cold right now. None of them are flowering. The big tree's flowering, so I'm not doing anything with it. But these little ones, they're still dormant. Some have a few leaves that started to look like they sprout, but with it wet like this and so much water in the ground, what he called it mudding in. He did this when it was raining, as long as it wasn't lightning or whatever. Well, he did that some too, but when he had to get it in the ground, he had to get it in the ground. And right now I don't want the water to leave the ground because we're on these little hills. So I'm fixing to transplant these, and I'll show you how I do it. Okay, at the base of that tree by that pin flag is the shovel. You can't hardly see it. I don't know, you may be able to see it anyway. So I'm gonna come back about a quarter of the spade width, and I'm gonna go around hang on. I'm gonna go around that thing and I'm gonna make a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna make a pyramid type thing. I'm gonna get down past the roots. Once the tree gets up, you know, above your knee, you got to dig a little deeper. But I'm gonna make a pyramid looking thing, pull it up out of the ground. I'm gonna leave it on that shovel, and I'm gonna carry it over there, make a pyramid shaped hole, and put it right in that hole. All right, there's a hole. Some of it fell back in there, but you see what I did? I went around the base of the plant, about a quarter of the shovel width around, and what's happening is coming off of that tree right there, there's runner roots that are running, and these things will run and come up, run and come up. but I found about a half to a quarter of the shovel width away, you get that root that this thing is springing up, and it's already started to make its own roots going down, and it'll make runners coming off of that. All right, we made a square around, same size as that one we're gonna plant. We're just gonna drag that off to the side for right now, because we're gonna use that dirt to fill up around in there. We're gonna take this, get as much of the dirt that came with it as we can. We're gonna put it in that hole, kind of tamp it down. Sorry guys, I ain't the best videographer and worker at the same time. So it's sitting down inside the hole just a little bit. If you notice this dirt right here, layer of it, a lot of sand on the bottom. I'm gonna knock that mess off, get that sand out of there, because I want that black dirt. I'm gonna make a cut in it. I'm gonna push it right up around that thing, and the ground is really moist. It's not good, it's not muddy, which I would like to have, so I'll probably have to put some water on this. But I'm gonna make a little dam around it, so when I pour water on it, it'll go in there and inundate all them roots, give them a good start. And that had just started to make leaves on it. Puddles, what are you doing, girl? Huh? You want to dig in there, don't you? I know it. All right, well, we're gonna go get another one. So here's a comparison. The one on the right is a tree. Try to get as much of the ball and the root as possible, and then I try to take out the exact amount so it'll go down in there, so it won't be any kind of root shock or anything to it. And then I take this, knock the sand off of it, and I use that good dirt, black, what topsoil's there, scrape down, sorry about that, scrape down and get that black stuff right there, and then I'll use this black stuff to go back in there too. I'll put that in the bottom of the hole. That'll make the hole more fertile. All right, so when you get through, you use that extra dirt that's around there from the plug you took out, that sand, and just make you a water ring around it, because I'm gonna come back and pour water down in there, because I missed it on the mudding. If you do it after a rain and you mud them in, you don't have to add water to them, and just everything settles in around the roots. Just I've had a lot better luck with it, and it's what my granddad taught me. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 along the fence right now, so it won't be long and we'll have the rest of them done. So we got the little plum trees, some of them put in the ground by the fence. I'll shade this fence. Plus the harvest of everything will be over here. But one good thing about fruit trees, they increase the value of your property. So you're not only getting fruit, sustenance and stuff, and sugar, make sugar, you're also adding to the value of your property. Get back. All right, got them in the hole, got the little water dam made around them, put them in, had to water them in a little bit because I didn't get to mud them in when the rain came. Get out of that. Get out of the water. Or step in it. It's whatever you want to do. Get back, baby. And now we'll have plum trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 7. We got 7 planted right now. We're gonna go to the end of that fence. Be 7, 8, 9. Be 9 here, and then 10, 11. It'll surround the garden. That'll give me a windbreak too. As y'all can tell now, probably by the microphone, the wind's blowing really good here. That one done soaked up. 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 That one's soaked up really good and washed out the little other thing. We'll have to build me a mud ring around it. All right, fruit trees. Planting down the side of the fence of the garden. Increasing the value. Thank God the Panic Prepper won. Thank you, Panic Prepper 1. I couldn't get any buckets because they were gone. You were right. But I found this thing that goes in a refrigerator. And I used it with an old ice chest I found. And I used it to water my trees. Thank you, Panic Prepper 1. If it wouldn't have been for you, I'd have never known. But thank goodness, I scavenged in the trash cans and I found me a box that goes in the refrigerator and a raggedy old ice chest. Thank you, Panic Prepper 1. You're amazing.